I remember it broke my heart when I found out like that Pawn Stars and like, do you remember that one where it was like those units that you could sell? What is that? What are those called? You use them when you moved around, where you kept all your stuff?
Yeah, storage units.
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars, yeah.
Like when I found out like all that shit was fake, that's such a fucking bummer.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they were all planted stuff.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Nothing is sacred anymore in this world.
Yeah, because like I never watched Storage Wars, but just the idea
I really enjoyed it.
That sounds fascinating because it's like that would be a fun side hustle.
You can do that, yeah. But
around.
also it's so depressing when you're like, oh yeah, this is just somebody who had nowhere else to put their shit, so they had to get a storage unit, which are generally like kind of cheap, and then it's just that they lost even the money to pay for the storage unit, so they lose all their shit.
They're
inside.
not that cheap.
Are they not?
No,
but they're like cheaper.
They're cheaper, but like,
Yeah.
dude. So I had a super small one when I was living in Limbo for a little bit.
And you filled it up.
I filled it up to the brim. Yeah, I had like 2 couches in there sideways.
Yeah. How much do you think it was a month?
$65.
Okay, that's not nothing.
Yeah, it's not nothing. So it is
like if you're couch hopping and that's still one of your bills, that's still a bill.
Yeah. So like I was like, damn, it's $65 a month just for fucking keeps it. And I had one of the smallest ones. You can get bigger ones.
God damn. Yeah. But then imagine like you see just your shit being given away on like Discovery or National, whatever history, whatever channel that thing was on.
They do make it fascinating because they do go like, oh wow, what can we find here?
Yeah, piece by piece they say what it's worth, but also like then you I think all of them own like pawn shops to sell this or like Etsy stores.
So they're making their own money.
I mean, it's like when you go garage sailing.
Yeah, I mean, but Pawn Stars, that show, I've always seen clips of it where I'm like, that's someone comes in and brings in like a cool, and then you hear the history. Yeah, and then they give it something.
I love that, but yeah, they're all like planned. I bet you have to apply to be on the show.
But that's also a real.
So maybe they're real things.
That's a real store though.
Yes, in Vegas.
Yeah, it's a real store.
But also, like, they'll bring in guitar, and it's signed by Paul Stanley. And then, what do you know? This guy's friends with Paul Stanley, and he comes and he's like, oh, yeah, I remember that guitar. Like, they do shit like that constantly.
That's kind of wild, though. Just to be like, oh, Paul Stanley's on the show.
But then it's cameos. Yeah, it's cameo-driven.
It's cameo-driven, yeah. I mean, I remember seeing a clip. I never actually watched the show, but I remember seeing a clip where Steve Carell came in.
Yep, I have seen that one, too.
Yeah, you've seen that clip. But they don't address that, like he plays it serious.
Well, yeah, so it's a bit that they came up with.
It's a bit that they came, and so that kind of is like, oh, so the show's a joke.
I mean, I think more it's just that Steve Carell does bits even when he's in public. It's kind of the conversation that's trying to make.
It is kind of, it does suck, but all that stuff is scripted. But you got to, if you're making weekly content, it has to be.
Well, yeah, if you're making, what if an episode where nothing happened?
Well, because like Wes and I go garage sailing all the time, and we've done a few miniseries where we do that, like garage sale and flipping our way. But dude, there are so many days where you go out and hunting for shit, and you find nothing.
Do you guys just walk around and go like, oh wow, this could be something, or do you just not post what you film?
No, sometimes we'll like plan to film, and then it's like, well, we got nothing, so scrap that footage.
Doesn't he go to Goodwill every day?
Yeah.
That's wild.
And most of the time he doesn't find anything. And other times he's just like, dude, look at this stack of PS2 games I found.
I mean, yeah.
And look at this. Like, he's like, so like, because he goes every day, he does find stuff. But it's like, most of the time it's not, like if you were making a show weekly, you couldn't, there's no guarantee. Because
you'd have to film a year in advance.
It's a dice roll. So I get why it is scripted, but that kind of
defeats the purpose.
Well, also like seeing the joy of like finding something in the wild is like,
that would be fun.
It is fun because I found a decent amount of stuff where I'm like, damn, this is worth a lot of money. Yeah, and we got like this whole bag for $5, and there's like fucking 6 handhelds.
Does that ever feel weird though? Where I'm like, or where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this for $300, but I'm gonna give you 6.
A little bit, and sometimes we do get ripped up in the comments. I'm talking about Game of Thrones right now. Yeah. Sometimes we do get ripped up in the comments
behind the scenes,
but it's like,
she just wanted it gone.
She wanted it gone.
She could have looked it up, but also like, I don't know.
And also, yeah, you could put price tags on it. She didn't, and she didn't. She obviously, and we were just like, for that one handheld thing, we were like, I think it was like $40 we spent.
Oh, okay.
Because we were like, she was like, just make me an offer, and Wes was like 40, and she was like, yeah, sure.
Well, because also Wes doesn't like ripping people off too. I bet
like
he tries to pay.
We sold everything for over 300.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also 40 for something that she would have probably given away
and
for 15.
Also, we didn't know if they all worked. We didn't know.
Fair,
yeah, you know what I mean? So like, they didn't have chargers.
You buy on site.
Yeah. So it is tough, but also it's not, she could have said no.
Yeah.
She could have not sold it.
Twist her arm.
Yeah, it's not like we just offer, and then if they say yes, it's not.
It is interesting because there's like so many like thrift clothing stores that are hundreds of dollars, and it's so obnoxious, but they say they do the research and know what everything's worth, but also like, I don't know, sometimes it's just a t-shirt with Tweety Bird on it. Yeah. I've seen a lot of those at Walmart.
Antique, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some
this is back with the original voice actor though, but then again, it's just a t-shirt, so who really knows?
$50 for a t-shirt?
Yeah.
That just makes me think of Macklemore.
Oh, right, yeah.
Thrift shop.
Yeah. God, what a chokehold that had on society.
I love that song. Shit, it was 99 cents.
Dude, that's such a good
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
song. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that song's dope as hell.
Oh, but you want to hear a song that's not quite as good?
It's called Yukon Sax, but it will still get you in the mood, especially if you're a wiki listener, and I know most of you are, especially if you're listening to this at 12:30 a.m.
That's what I'm saying.
Two of you.
Start your day off moist.
Let's get into it. Let's get moist.
I'm going to start this year off with a revision.
Oh, shit. Okay. 2025 revisions.
Yeah, I have a 2024 revision to make real quick.
You're going to change 2024.
Yes, entirely. Trump wins twice. But no, no, we didn't
We
vote for
got
Trump.
Grandpa T now instead of Papa T.
No, it's Nosferatu is now my official 2024 favorite movie of the year.
Movie of the year.
Yeah,
Holy
we just saw
shit.
that this past week.
Yeah, and you saw it. Yeah, and that came out in 2024.
Perfect movie. I loved all of it so much. I'd probably give it like a 8.5, 8.8.
That's wild. I haven't seen it, so I have no opinion. But if you guys listen to our Moist Movie of the Month, we just reviewed Garbage Pail Kids a couple days ago, and
That's the worst. No, it's the worst movie I've seen
it's
this
the worst
year.
movie I've seen this year. But at the end of it, we announced January's Moist Movie of the Month, Birth, because it was critically divisive. And I feel like Nosferatu is kind of, this is my segue, I feel like it's critically divisive.
I'm seeing people dislike it, and then also all the comments in that are like, "You're obviously not actually goth," and like it's shit like that. Like people are trying to pull rank on these posts.
Is that also the movie where people would post, they made a choice?
Yes, where
And it's just like, what
It's just that-
they go, I saw it, they made a choice. What does that mean?
Yeah, did you like it? I don't know, but
Well, I
it
talked
was
to
a
one-
weird movie.
I talked to one of our bartenders that we love yesterday, and he saw it, and he goes, I didn't like it.
Interesting.
So I feel like a lot, yeah.
'Cause I talked to another bartender that we love, and she loved it.
yeah, so I feel like it's very divisive.
Interesting, yeah, because I would
And
say
you said it was very sexual.
Yeah,
You want to do like a recap or a
I mean,
talk about it? Yeah.
It says it
I
just
haven't
came
seen
out.
it. Yeah, I
I won't
haven't
give
seen
too
it.
much detail. It follows the classic Nosferatu or Dracula storyline. It's very much a period piece, which I mean, obviously it has to be,
Yep.
but like I am not a huge fan of period pieces because
No.
everyone was walking around in like those bonnets and talking with the heavy accents.
Well, one thing that
It felt very much like Muppet Christmas Carol.
one thing that my coworker said to me, or our coworker said to me, was it takes place in Germany,
Yes.
but they all have British accents.
Yeah, and then at one
And he goes, that took me out of it.
yeah, I did notice that immediately too. And
That's
I hated that.
that's kind of annoying.
Especially
Like
because they
even
go
Willem Dafoe's doing a British accent.
and then they go into like other European countries and then they're doing the accents of their country.
yeah.
Same with if you're doing that heavy ass accent, especially with Count Orlok, who is Nosferatu. Like
That's-
that's
yeah,
not
that's
his
what
actual
he's-
name,
yeah.
but that's what everyone calls him. His accent is like so thick. It's so perfect, but it's so thick. I could have just used some subtitles.
It's kind of like Channing Tatum in Deadpool.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, where
it's
I'm
like-
just like, oh, I would have actually liked to know your word choice.
Well,
Yeah.
he's like, you're nailing the accent,
Yeah.
or you're doing this bit you're doing is great,
Incredible.
but I can't understand what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah. So I could have just used some subtitles on that, but otherwise, I love the movie. It was a work of art.
So that's a revision for 24. That's a movie.
That is my movie of the year by
Damn.
far.
That's
I
fucking-
think it would have been yours too because it's fucking gorgeous.
I see, but I don't. You love Nosferatu. You have a fucking tattooed on your body.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never seen the original. I don't know anything about it. I'm not a fan of the classic monsters. So
Sure,
but I do.
also
I mean,
Nosferatu is not a classic monster. He is a
he's a
rip-off.
rip-off of Dracula.
Yes.
but like I don't even know much about Dracula. But it is like an art piece.
Yeah, no, I mean every
Cinematography and shit was beautiful.
yes, and same with the 20s Nosferatu. Like that one is also like super
Oh,
artistic
shit,
and
okay.
very good. Like I do actually recommend that.
Damn. I was it a good theater movie too to
Yes,
see?
I mean Robert Eggers is incredible. It's such a
I really want to see like because now I keep seeing shit like
The Lighthouse.
all of
and,
his
like,
movies are being posted and it's like
Northman.
dude, all of these movies are perfect. I've never
The
seen The
Witch.
Lighthouse. I've never seen The Northman. I've never seen The Witch. The Witch looks fucking. I've seen a trailer for that. There's just a trailer scared me.
Yeah, and The Witch is probably my least favorite. Of
But
the
I want
ones
to
I've
see
seen
The
of his.
Lighthouse so bad because
Lighthouse.
it's Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Lighthouse might still be my number one. I love that movie so. That was my movie of that year too.
Yeah, but that's scary
I mean, yeah, they're
or
both
psychological thriller.
They're both scary.
Yeah.
Like there's
I
even
mean,
like
Nosferatu is scary.
yeah, there's even like a few little jump scares. Like not horrible or like overdone, but
Yeah.
they're in there.
Damn, I need to see it. I'll probably wait till it gets on streaming
Probably, yeah.
and then watch it at home and then just be fucking scared.
But like the acting is some of the best I've seen.
Well, the cast is fucking great. They got a great guy to play the monster. We got Willem Dafoe. They got
Skarsgård was the monster. So the guy who played Pennywise.
that guy plays amazing monsters. He just has that face, that jawline and
Such
shit.
a good face. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Skarsgård family is incredible.
Oh, it's multiple? I don't know much about
Dad
them.
and 3 kids.
Fuck. And they all play scary people?
No, really just him. He's by far, besides the dad, the most famous now. Because the other one I know was Tarzan. I don't know what the other one was.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But that was before the good Tarzan?
I don't even know what you consider the good Tarzan.
Brendan Fraser?
That's George of the Jungle, you buffoon.
Well, I liked it better than Tarzan.
Yeah, it is better than
George
Tarzan.
of the Jungle is fucking amazing.
George of the Jungle is fucking incredible.
Brendan Fraser, come back.
He is coming back, yeah.
But
He's come back.
He's only been in one movie, yeah.
I mean, it's a good movie.
I haven't seen that movie, though.
Me neither.
The Whale?
That might come up on the list at one point.
We need to see The Whale. What are we doing?
I don't know, but it looks so sad.
It looks so good, though.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those movies where I'm like, that was perfect. I'll never watch it again.
Never watch it again, yeah.
But I want to like be like, I've seen it.
Yeah, that I want to be able to talk
You got a
about
fucking
it.
standing ovation, dude.
Yeah. No, and God, the Mummy, you kidding me? He's so fucking good.
Yeah, I love him. But now it's time. This is going to be a new segment because we occasionally talk about this. So it's like, fuck it. Might as well make a new graphic.
Yep.
I had a dream last night that I want to talk about. So now we're going to talk moist dreams.
Nice.
It's better than wet dreams.
Yeah. So let's hear about this dream.
Okay, so 2 nights ago, I closed down at the bar.
Yeah.
So I didn't get off till fucking 3 a.m. because I was closing by myself on a Saturday night. Fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working in the kitchen by yourself on a busy Saturday night. Terrible.
Yeah, usually you have me.
I don't think you would have been any help.
I don't think so either.
Because I would have been like, come on, fucking
I
hurry.
would just be in the way.
Pizzas were just flying out the window. But, so I didn't go to bed till like fucking 4 a.m. Saturday night because I didn't get off work till 3 a.m.
All right.
So I went to bed and I wasn't going to get up because I didn't have to work till 2:30 the next day. So I was like, well, I set my alarm for like 11:30.
Sure.
So I was like 7 hours, but I didn't want to like sleep all the way.
Yeah.
I like having a little bit of time before work.
You need something.
Yeah, I need something. So this is my dream. It's kind of 2 dreams in one, but they connect.
Okay.
And I don't know if this means anything, but this is wild.
Okay.
So the dream starts off and I'm in a warehouse
Cool.
and it's me and then this mob boss guy,
All right.
but I'm like number 2 for him.
Oh, you're in charge. That's nice.
Well, it's just me and him.
You have power.
Yeah, but he's above me.
So not in this scenario.
So
Okay.
we're in this warehouse and the mob guy is in this room talking to 3 other guys. He's like doing like a negotiation deal thing.
Do you recognize this guy? Because
No.
I feel like sometimes like I have characters in my dreams who are played by people I recognize.
Well, and also you go, I know it's this person, but
It doesn't look like him. Yeah.
I do have people that come up later in the dream that I'm
Okay.
like, these are these people, but they did not look like them.
Gotcha.
But it's weird people that came
Yeah.
up in my dreams.
All right.
Yeah. So we're in this warehouse and the mob guy is talking to like 3 other guys. He's like doing like a deal or a negotiation. And I'm like hiding. I'm like the backup
Oh,
just
sure.
in case shit goes sour.
Yeah. You pop up. Do you have a gun?
Yeah. I'm holding a shotgun.
Hell yeah.
Dude. Yeah. I was like,
What'd it look like?
I mean, it was a fucking gun.
Double barrel or a
I don't know what the difference is. You can't
It's probably a morph of the two. No, double barrel's out.
Oh, it had the click. It had the click, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hiding behind so there's a wall and then a doorway. So I'm hiding behind just for backup. And I can tell like shit's getting heated. Like people start fighting. And then all of a sudden I hear gunfire and my fucking boss, because it's my dream, you know, I can see
You just know what's
I see what's
happening,
out. He fucking shoots 2 of the 3 guys.
Nice.
Kills him dead. The 3rd guy shoots him but misses and then runs through the door.
Oh.
I'm fucking there. I shoot this guy in the head.
All right. What kind of mob? Does it feel fancy still? Does it feel like Italian mob?
Like my mob guy's wearing a suit.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And then these
cool.
guys look like henchmen.
Do you know what you're wearing?
I don't know what I'm
Because you
wearing.
don't really see yourself in dreams.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't ever see myself.
Yeah.
But I just
Okay.
I see like it's like a movie, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of. So like this guy comes through the door. I shoot him in the face, but I kind of miss, and like bullets like hit like the side of his face,
Hell
like it's a
yeah.
buckshot, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So like it takes his ear, but he's still moving. He shoots me, fucking gets me in the arm, so
Okay.
like I can feel the buckshot, and it fucking hurts.
Do you think like maybe you fell asleep weird on your arm and that's what did that?
I might have because I sleep on my side. Sometimes
I've
I
had
wake
that
up with
happen.
my arm asleep, but like I could feel it in my hand and arm and shit that he got me, and then I shoot him again, fucking in the face, kill him.
Nice.
And I was
Okay.
just like, what the? That's intense as hell.
Yeah, that's a lot for a dream.
So then, because I shot him in the face, his blood fucking splatters all over me, gets all over my clothes, and then we start hearing sirens,
Cops.
like the cops, you know.
Damn.
And my mob guy is like, "You gotta get the hell out of here."
Okay.
You gotta. So he ushers me out the back door. He doesn't follow for some reason. I don't know if maybe he's like ties
Yeah,
to the
wonder what
police.
he does.
Yeah, I don't know. But then it's nighttime,
He
obviously.
might double cross you.
Well, luckily, in my dream, I never saw him again.
Okay.
So it's nighttime, and I just start running and going, and like I'm kind of covered in blood, but I'm wearing like a hoodie, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah. And dude, I walk and walk and walk.
Do you like? Because I feel like in my dream I also like lose a lot of stuff on the way. Like, is all of a sudden are you still a mobster? Is your arm better? Are you like?
So-
or do you hold on to this?
So I don't know if I'm still a mobster.
Okay.
But my arm is still fucked up.
Okay,
My
cool.
arm is still bleeding, and
So
I'm
there's
walking.
continuity.
I'm walking, and I get so exhausted. Like I'm like physically exhausted from walking.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes daytime because I walked through the night. My arm is still like it quit bleeding, but like it's like fucking hurts. I got dry blood on me, and I appear at this house, and I go in my mind, I go, that's the safe house,
okay.
and I go, what the fuck?
So then it just is.
It was just the safe house. So I walk in, and it's my ex-girlfriend's grandparents' house.
Oh, all right. You still got a gun on you?
No,
Okay,
I got
that's
nothing
good.
on me. I'm just covered in blood.
Okay.
And with my arm hurt, it's my ex-girlfriend's grandparents' house.
I met them.
Which I was like, what the fuck? But I knew it was them, but they didn't look like them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Were they just like old Italian mafiosos still?
They were
like-
just old, but also there was, when I walked in the house, they said, oh, hey, how you doing? Talking to me and all this stuff. But then when I looked around, there was like 10 to 15 children/adolescents running around
Oh.
doing their own thing. It's like they were running an orphanage
in the safe house.
in the safe house.
Not like a great like money making scheme.
No, it was weird, but then they were like,
They
you,
didn't think this through.
you can stay as long as you want, you know, just get healed up and all this stuff.
Sure.
But none of the, like when I walked in, none of the kids acknowledged me. None of them like even.
Love the idea of like stay, get healed up. Like you got your arm shot with a shotgun.
No, but
Like,
then,
yeah.
but then, dude, I could just, the entire dream after I got shot, I just feel like this weight of exhaustion.
Sure.
Which is like a weird thing to feel in a
In a
dream.
dream, yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe I was just so tired or something. But I felt this weight of exhaustion. And then the grandma was like, hey, you can take a shower if you want, you know, get cleaned up.
Oh.
And I remember getting in the shower, just fully clothed.
Okay.
And just sitting in the tub.
Are you ever worried when like that happens in a dream that you're wetting the bed?
Well, no, this time I wasn't because I was, well, I didn't.
Yeah.
But like I didn't correlate with that
Sure.
because I was just like I got in fully clothed to clean the blood off my clothes.
Oh.
Like that's like I sat. I got in the
still
tub,
bleeding.
but I got in the tub and I was exhausted, so I just sat there. I'm like in a hoodie and jeans, you know.
Did you remember what their bathroom looked like?
I remember it. So I don't remember what the bathroom looked like.
So like, was this a bathroom or was that like, had you been to her
No,
grandparents' house?
it was just a bathroom.
Okay.
And I remember walking in because they were like, you can use the bathtub. And it was the smallest fucking.
Okay.
Like I remember like having to like, you know, like when you're in the shower and it's super small, you keep hitting your fucking body on shit. I remember hitting my body on shit. And then I just laid down and let the water fucking hit me and blood just started coming off me because it was washing it off. Mm-hmm. And I just sat there just feeling exhausted. And then I woke up
Oh, okay.
and I was just like, what the fuck?
You went on an adventure.
Yeah,
Did you
but
wake up yourself or to an alarm?
To an alarm.
Ooh,
So I
so
woke
that was
up-
a whole night.
Yeah. So I woke up mid dream.
Fine.
In the bathtub and I was like, I woke up like, I was like, what the fuck?
I don't think this means anything. I have movie dreams sometimes.
But that was like, I was like, that feels like two different things. And I was like, who are these characters?
well,
People I haven't thought about.
dude, you have to go back to sleep to find out.
Oh my God, it was wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I like dream occasionally, but like sometimes I don't remember. Or if I wake up, it's like nothing.
Sure, I lose them, but I normally can remember them right
like,
away.
I woke up and I was like in a funk a little bit because of it, you know, because sometimes
so
sometimes you
exciting.
wake up so mid dream that you're like kind of still in it.
That waking up doesn't help.
Yeah, so I was like still in a funk, and like at first I was like, oh, it was just a dream, whatever. Wasn't really thinking about it, and then like when I was at work, I was still thinking about it, and
Sure.
that's when I was like, I should probably write this down.
Yeah, there
So
you
it's
go.
like because I was just kept thinking, I was like, so much shit happened.
Yeah.
fucking was in the mob, got shot. I
Yeah.
fucking killed a guy.
You didn't even get the pellets out of your arm though.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
But I just like my arm hurt so bad because it was like I could feel like it got shot in the hand and then in the arm.
I bet you fell asleep weird on your hand.
Yeah, probably. And then it just like my body was like, this hurts.
Yep,
Move.
this is why.
Move
Yeah.
your fucking. Instead, I got shot with a shotgun.
Yep. Izzy said I was trying to put away things on a shelf last night in my sleep, and like even to the point where I was
physically?
moving around. Yeah,
Or you could have been climbing a ladder
maybe. Yeah, because I said I was making biscuits.
like a cat.
Maybe like they do that in their sleep. Just that I could see just doing that.
But you don't
in their
remember
sleep.
anything?
No, not from that. Because also I have several dreams throughout the night. Because I
Oh,
wake
like segments.
I wake up quite a bit.
Yeah, I usually wake up quite a bit. Luckily, it's helped my sleep a ton, even though I still wake up, is my phone is moved away from my bed.
Sure.
And it's so nice because this is like the first time I've actually committed to it. It's been like that for 3 months now.
Nice.
So every time I go to bed, I charge my phone in my kitchen,
Yeah.
which it's fucking 6 feet from where I sleep.
Because I wake up because of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm moving or snoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of that fun stuff.
I just wake up, just because, and it's like usually I would have woken up and checked my phone, and then it just fucks with you and
Sure.
the light and stuff. But now it's like I wake up, turn over, and then just go back to bed, it helps so much. Sometimes if I really can't sleep though, I will get up and check my phone.
What a bitch.
And that sucks.
Yeah.
because I'm
Ruins
like
your
I'm
life.
just standing in the kitchen half naked.
Oh.
just like what am I? I'm like checking it for notifications. There's nothing, and I'm just like.
Also, what would you do with them right now?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, I'll get to that. In the
Yeah, I'm
morning.
not going to email them back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna text you back.
Yeah,
It's like,
but I already read it, so now I'm not going to remember it in the morning.
well,
So I have a lot of mob work
it's
to do.
push notifications, so like it's not like
I have no idea what that word means.
so like on your home screen
Yes.
you can see notifications, but like on a text
that's
you
what
can
push means?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
But like you can see the text and you can see part of it.
Sure.
But if I didn't click on it.
Yeah.
So at least
All right, so it's still there.
yeah,
Gotcha.
it's still there. Yeah. Yeah. But that dream, I was like, I woke up and I was just confused. I was like, damn, I was like a really cool badass, and then like I was getting taken care of by my ex-girlfriend's grandparents.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Which is like not the most badass thing you can
Yeah,
do,
I was
but
like-
you
I
did
just-
kill a man.
yeah, I shot him in the head.
That's something.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, dude, ebbs and flows.
But I was like, what caused this?
yeah,
Like,
that I
what-
never
like,
know.
Because I was like, I haven't been playing anything or doing anything. I
Too
worked.
mobby.
I worked. Yeah, I haven't been playing mob, and I also haven't.
You should watch the mob stuff. Get in the
Well-
mob set.
We'll get into that. And do you want to get into it right now?
I don't know what we're doing.
Well, actually, no, that would be for next week. But
Oh.
this kind of relates to that. It is 2025. I did bring my notebook. It's time to go through my 2024
Oh, okay.
year-end goals.
So we're doing more mob stuff. I know what you're referring to.
Well, because I have a goal for 2025 on my first semester goals, but we'll talk about those goals next week.
Oh.
This week we're talking about if I accomplish my
Did your goals of 2024. Okay.
So I got my notebook because I got one thing on there that I want to start watching that's mob related for 2025.
Gotcha.
Which would be fun. All right. This is what it looks like.
Wow.
Isn't that chaotic?
You have multiple colors going on.
Well, that's because my black pen ran out of ink, so I had to get a red pen. But I like the way it looks. It looks
I
like
do
I'm
too.
a fucking crazy person.
It does.
2024 year-end goals. So if you guys are a fan of the podcast, end of October, we had 51 days left in the year when I wrote these. And these are my goals for the end of the year. We're going to go through and be like, did I do this? Did I succeed?
I know there's a few we didn't.
Did I fail? Yeah, there's a few we didn't. But it is nice. Partly, I kept this, but then the podcast helps me stay accountable.
Just
Then
you
I'm
have to edit it a week later.
well, and then I have to be like, God, I have to talk about this on the podcast.
Sure.
Don't
Yeah.
want to be embarrassing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so first up on 2024 year-end goals, did I do it? My goal for the end of the year was to read 2 books. This is going from reading nothing.
Yep.
I read 4.
Hell yeah.
I doubled that, which is so impressive to me. In 51 days?
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's
think
fucking wild.
I think I only read one book
One,
last year.
Atomic Habits?
I think so. I don't remember if I read another book. I have a big work trip coming up, so I think I'm gonna do
Well,
an
you do
audio book.
you do audiobooks.
Yeah, but I
you
think
probably
that,
you probably did a few early in the year.
I don't think so.
Oh, really? That was all the year prior?
I think that was all last year. I don't think I
Damn,
really
all
touched
2023.
Yeah, I don't think I really touched a book this year.
Damn, I've been really getting
I
into
read
books.
13 last year. I
Holy
think.
shit. 2023, you mean?
Yes.
2 years ago. Damn. All right, so I accomplished that. Take meds every day. I missed 5.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's
Because I
10.
was going off of not taking it
Yep.
for a long time. So I only missed 5. That,
Not bad.
not bad. No porn. I watched it 5 times.
On days where you didn't take your pills,
Yeah, I wrote down the dates.
the times, and the
Well,
categories.
because I could tell I was going through a funk because the dates are back to back. So it's like I was like, so this is like it was like one weekend in November where I was like not feeling it for 2 days.
Sure.
And then a weekend in December where I was not feeling it for 3 days.
Okay.
So 5 days though out of 51, that's pretty good for porn.
Yeah. I probably did like 30 something.
You probably did 50 out of 51 days. You probably watch porn every day.
Not every day.
Every other.
Oh, yeah. More than.
Okay, so 30. Yeah.
More than half.
Yeah, so 30. Yeah. I'm mad at myself for this one
All right.
because for watching porn.
Oh, sure.
Because like I was in a funk and then I was like, this will help.
What were the categories?
I don't even remember,
Like
dude.
what?
Like it was one of those things where it was like I wasn't even horny. I was, you know what I
that
mean?
sucks.
Like I just hated every second of it.
No, you need
but I
it when
did
you're.
it.
You
No.
need it as a treat.
Because I only did it 5 times. If I'm actually horny, I don't need it anymore.
What do you? Oh, you can just go.
I can just go.
Oh, so you're still cranking it 51 days.
Not 51 days. It's only when I like need to, but I'm still doing it.
All right.
Which is like I'm like, damn, I can.
Weird.
Imagination, baby.
I guess.
Some days it's a struggle.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than looking at internet porn.
Or like you're starting and then I text you.
and it's like,
I hate that.
Damn it.
I hate that so much.
Next up, these are the fun ones coming up.
That's happened so many times and makes me mad every time.
Because you go, I'm texting you later.
Yeah. Just you pop up. I'm like, not now.
I'm touching my penis. Didn't happen today though.
No, we didn't text much today.
Oh, you jerked out today? No, I didn't. We did. Next up on my list was beat Alan Wake. I beat that today.
Nice.
So I didn't beat it in the end of the year, but I beat it before I talked about it.
That's fine.
Dude, Alan Wake,
Good.
pretty good.
All right.
I've never beaten a survival horror game before.
I think only Resident Evil 4.
This
All the
game-
other ones I give up on.
This game was really cool. It was done in like episodic chapters.
Okay.
So like there was like recaps and
Yeah.
like all this stuff,
Oh,
which was
that's
kind of
nice.
kind of fun. And it follows like an author. It's very Stephen King-esque. But then like what he writes starts coming true, and then it gets wild, dude.
Sure.
It was really good. It was the entire time I played it though. I could feel my heart rate just was raised the entire time.
I mean, video
because, like,
games are the scariest thing.
well, because like you're playing as the guy, and there are jump scares.
Wait till you get into VR horror.
I'm not gonna do that.
You
ever.
are.
But like
At some
there's-
point you will.
But like most of the bad guys in this game you're fighting darkness, and you are the light.
Okay.
So you walk around with a flashlight, and in order to kill them, you have to shine enough light on them for their curse to be broken, and then you can shoot them.
I like that you break a curse but still put them down.
Yeah. So you have to there's like this darkness in them that you have to shine the light on, and then it goes, it like snaps off of them,
And then what are they?
then you kill them.
What are they after the curse is broken?
They're still coming after you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then you kill them.
Sure.
But then there's like evil birds that attack you and shit. It was
Dude, if
it was a
birds
good game.
could turn evil, we're done.
Yeah,
you
'cause,
can't
dude,
win.
Every time I was at bird level, I was like, I just gotta run through this. I ain't killing all these.
Sure.
Like, because it was tough. The game was really good. I wish I would have done it in one chunk.
Sure.
Because it was a 360 game, so it was, I don't know, maybe 15 hours max to beat. So
yeah.
not terrible, but like,
You can do it in a week.
yeah, it was very fascinating, but it was scary. Last night I played a ton of it, and I got high, and I was just like,
Terrified.
I was enjoying it.
Sure.
Like like, you know what I mean? Like, because I started watching horror
If
movies
you
this
get in
year.
the groove of horror games, it's fun.
Because I was high enough where I was like just so focused, but then like it was scary.
Were
but
you
I was
actually
like,
a little nervous to survive?
I was nervous, but
Yeah.
I was still having fun.
Well, like fighting games, I don't care if I die.
And I was so
but horror games, I don't want to die.
but I was just like so nervous that I was gonna get too scared.
Sure.
But no, I was at the perfect level. It was great. So I beat Alan Wake. Next up was register for spring classes.
Yes?
Kaching.
What we got?
Start those next week, baby.
What we got?
We're taking 2. We're taking editing 2
Okay, how many times have you taken that?
once.
Okay, that's just the ones.
Yeah, I've dropped it.
Once.
And then video production 2
How many times have you taken that?
once.
Okay.
These are both classes I tried taking a year ago in January
All right. Well,
and dropped them.
you have to take one of them this time.
Well, I'm going to take both of them.
Yeah.
We're going to get through them.
You have to.
And next week, we're going to talk about my first semester goals.
Because also, so it's editing and video production.
Yeah. They're back to back.
So that basically guarantees we filmed something for your class,
Yeah. I hope so.
which just means there might be a random kid at my house. That's what happened last time.
Yeah, but it was
It's
at
just
my...
we had a kid
Oh,
here.
yeah, there was a girl
Yeah, I
here.
know, we just had a
and then
kid here.
and then we filmed at my house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
Oh,
But
right,
at least we're-
that. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah, don't let that happen again.
From what... It was better than it could have been because of what I did to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I did the best I could with it.
do you want to talk about that one a little
Yeah,
bit?
we can talk about that one.
I think we probably talked about when it happened. Robert had to make a Deadpool fan film because the guy he got partnered with had a friend who's a Deadpool fanatic.
Yeah, and he wrote the script, and he wrote a script that was 10 pages long,
and then-
we had to make a 5 to 6 minute short film, and I literally went, "Hey, in filming, 1 page is about a minute," and he
That's
goes,
how you
"It'll be-"
estimate.
and he goes, "It'll be fine." And I go, "It won't."
Yeah. And how was it?
And then he cut it, and I was like, "Can you cut it down, please?" And he cut it down to 8 pages, and I was like, "God damn it!"
Yep.
I guess we're filming 8 pages, which is so much to do in a day.
And I was just there to help. I think I like helped with a few recordings, and that's it.
Yeah,
That was awful.
and then I had to do so much cutting and editing. And I was like, "It's got to be under 6. I got to cut shit."
Well, and you're not going to post it because it's a Deadpool fan film.
Yeah, so it's. I'll post the link will be down below if you guys want to see it. It's unlisted on YouTube. I did the best I could with it.
It's a Deadpool fan film.
It's
it was pulled off kind of, except for there was zero action. It's the worst part of all Deadpool.
Yeah, it's just about this guy that gets a roommate that's Deadpool.
And like he just says chimichanga a couple times and drinks a lot of Prime.
Yeah, because they wanted to do a Jake Paul joke.
But like that's not a thing.
I don't quite know exactly.
I also don't really know what Jake Paul like. That was the only time I've ever had Prime.
I don't know. It was good. It was decent.
It's fine.
It's juice. I don't know.
It's worse than Gatorade or Powerade.
But I was like, I did fucking. The other guy in our group was the lead actor, and that's all he did for the thing. And then I did everything, and I just kept sending them drafts, being like, "I got to cut it down by a minute. What do I cut?"
Yeah.
And they go, "You can't." And I go, "Well, I have to. Okay, you guys don't get the project. I'm doing so much work on this fucking bullshit, but it turned out the best it could have." Yeah. Next up is Edit Wedding Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've started it.
That's fine.
I started it. I didn't realize it was going to be 45 minutes long. I didn't realize there was going to be that many.
Because one person kept grabbing the mic. So at my wedding, instead of like write a message to the bride and groom, I just left the podcast gear in a corner and we left a little note of like record.
Most people didn't know about it.
Yeah, which is kind of what I hoped for too.
Yeah. There are some people that you will be surprised of. And there are also some that I'm like, oh, that's fucking awesome. But our buddy Jaden, who's been on the podcast before, recorded so many of them that I had to. So it's every other voice of him going,
Jaden.
"What's up, YouTube?"
Yep.
That's my Jaden voice.
Looking forward to it.
But so I'm editing it as a slideshow, but then I'm also adding music. Because I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well make it fucking good.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I started it. That's gonna be like, dude, I don't know, because it takes so much fucking time.
Yeah.
Next up is $150 in savings. Ka-ching, I got 200, baby.
Hey yo, nice.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but I've had 0 in savings for a long time.
So it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Because there were some weeks where I was like, hey, I'm putting money in savings and I'm kind of going to be broke for a few days. Yeah, dude. But I'm like, it's sacrifices.
I've been trying to just be under the mindset of like, no, I'm poor. Stop spending money.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm doing.
And then all of a sudden I check my bank account and I'm like, oh, I have $100 more than I would have.
Because you're not just willy-nilly spending. Yeah, that's what's nice. Last up on the fun stuff. I mean, there's other fun things later, but finish Mad Men. Ka-ching, baby. I did it.
What a year.
I finished the show. God damn, what a show. The last episode got me, though. The last episode, I cried.
That is a show.
And it's not even that's not even a spoiler.
Sure.
It's just like, if you've seen it, you know, but if you don't...
Yeah, no, I have no idea what the other 7 seasons would be about.
It's so good, dude.
I'm sure I will never watch it, but I understand that it's probably good.
John Hamm, I love him so much.
I know.
Even though in the show, you fucking hate him. And what's so wild is like he's the main character, but you want to hate him.
Yeah, that's a lot of characters, though.
Yeah, especially in those types of shows because it's trauma.
Walter White turned into that.
Next up, my goal for the end of 2024 was to do 600 push-ups.
Ooh.
Average 12 a day. I hit 600 in 10 days.
That makes sense. Or because of what you were doing.
So what I did in 51 days for the end of 2024, my goal was 600. I did 3,030.
Christ.
Yep.
All right, nice.
3,000. I'm kind of mad. So I'll go through the weeks. The first week, I did 340.
Sure. So it's half your goal.
Second week, 430. So there's my goal.
Goal's done.
Then 360. And then the first week in December,
0.
370.
Oh. Okay.
Big jump there. Oh, shit. And then the second week, so I did 370. And then the second week, 720.
Okay.
So in 1 week, I beat my goal.
100 a day, yeah.
And then the week after that, 750 a week.
All right.
And then I will say around Christmas and New Year's, I slacked a ton and only did 60. But I did 3,000.
I was hoping for a 0 week or something.
Well, I did. Yeah, I did a 0 week and then only 60. Like the last, like I did like push-ups on Christmas Eve.
Sure.
And then I didn't do push-ups for the rest of the year.
Gotcha.
But I still got 3,000.
Yeah, that's definitely not bad.
Fucking, when I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, just little improvements.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Have you been doing them the start of this year?
Yep.
I'll say I've worked out 3 times this year
Holy
already.
shit. I mean, yeah, I started my first semester goals. They started on the 4th.
Okay.
So that was yesterday. And so, yeah, or 2 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been doing them. It's a little teaser. I'll go into my goals next week on that. But my goal for first semester is 100 push-ups a day.
Okay.
Minimum. And lately I've been doing 120.
Sure.
So they're like,
Four sets of 30.
Because there will be days
where you don't do it.
Where I don't, especially due to around the holidays, it's hard because I'm just not at home.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
fine.
not in my habit. So like, yeah, it's just, dude, it's tough to be consistent, but consistency is king. That's what I've learned.
All right.
Next up, record one sketch for New Peak. Fuck me.
No, we didn't.
It's just, dude, we just gotta pick a day.
I
It's
know.
like, it's like doing most movies of the month. It's just like,
Yeah, we just have to.
we
pick
just
a
have to
day.
be like, hey,
And
we're
we'll
doing
do it that day.
We're doing it that day. We just gotta pick a day. I miss doing it.
Me too.
But I'm in school, so we'll have to record something.
Yes,
and maybe
which
that
will
will
be
just
nice.
be like, hey, if we're recording, let's record
Keep
this
it going.
bullshit real
Yeah.
quick and then do a sketch. I have 2 for Moist Monday.
Okay.
Get through 2023 videos for clips. I did not do this.
Okay.
I think I have 5 episodes left, but I was slammed with editing projects anyway.
Yeah,
But my hard drive fucking, I don't know what happened to it, but now I can't access the shit on it.
Oh,
And that's like the first 105 episodes of the podcast.
so you would have to like re-download them.
No, but like I need like the Premiere files to make the clips.
Oh, sure.
I guess I could, but the way I like doing clips, like,
Right, yeah.
it's just so I don't know. I was working on shit, and then all of a sudden it just like.
Oh, all right.
So hopefully I can access those. Yeah. So because of that I haven't worked on them, but then also the last half of the year I was editing so much, and then also I was like, this is not.
No, this is bottom of.
This is not priority.
Yeah.
It is nice to get fucking views and shit, but
Yeah,
it doesn't help the pod.
Of things that can wait, this is the top.
Yeah. Next up was record 2 Moist Movie of the Months. Check.
As of today.
As of today, we did it.
I knew that was on there, yeah.
And that's before we talked about it.
Yep,
So
it counts.
So we did Blowout. Pretty decent.
Pretty good.
And then Garbage Pail Kids, the movie.
Fucking sucked.
Fucking terrible.
But next we're doing Birth.
Which might be good.
We'll see.
Might be bad.
Yep.
Next up is watch 7 new movies.
What do you consider new?
So new to me.
Okay.
Movies I'd never seen before.
Garbage
I watched
Pail Kids.
a ton. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Garbage Pail Kids.
Bad.
We got Blowout.
Fine.
I watched Up in Smoke.
Don't know. What's
Cheech
that?
and Chong.
Oh, sure.
Cheech and Chong.
I've seen bits of that.
My brother showed it to me. It was wild because my brother and like all of his friends quote that movie so much.
Interesting.
And that's like their stoner movie, but they're 20 years old.
We're like Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express is my, and I brought up Pineapple Express and they go, I've never seen it. And I was like,
that sucks.
and I was like, what? You're watching Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
Like it was decent, but I was also
Sure.
like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah, it's probably fine.
yeah. I watched Spider-Man No Way Home.
I loved it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Ex Machina.
I need to.
That movie was really
It's on
good.
my list 'cause I just love Don Humphrey's it. I love Oscar Isaac.
The only thing that I wish I wanted more.
Sure.
Like it did such a good job of like being it, but I just wanted more of it. Because then
Okay.
it just ended. And I was like, God,
need to
I
see that
wanted
too.
more of the world. Yeah, that movie was great. American Graffiti.
Never saw it.
It's an old movie. The lead actor is
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, but then also the voice of Arrested Development.
Oh, Ron Howard, right.
Ron
I always
Howard.
forget he's in that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the lead boy, which is wild because he went on to direct and he's not really a big actor.
Well, no, but also he was a child actor and a teen actor.
Oh shit, okay. Yeah,
Andy
because
Griffith's show.
he's a teen in this.
And then, what's that?
And then he went on to just be behind the camera.
No, so what is the show with the Fonz?
Happy Days?
Yeah.
He was in Happy Days?
He's the main character of Happy Days.
Holy shit.
And he's also like the child of the main character
Ron
of the
Howard?
Andy Griffith show. Yeah.
Holy shit, I
No,
didn't know
Ron
that.
Howard has an insane career.
God, yeah, that's
And
wild.
now he's a pretty good director.
American Graffiti, it was fine. My mom recommended it. That's George Lucas. That's George Lucas too.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas made that.
How he found Harrison Ford.
Dunkirk,
Haven't seen it, but I'm sure
Christopher
it's
Nolan,
great.
and then also Christopher Nolan. I watched Tenet. Both these
do wanna see
movies.
that.
Dunkirk was really good. I did not know Dunkirk was based on a true story. It's based on like war, World War
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
II. That movie was intense, and also it starred the guy from Venom.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy,
Yeah.
which was kind of wild, but also he's
in
in
a bunch
Inception.
of-
Yeah, he's in Inception.
yeah.
But then Tenet, dude. Tenet's the movie that fucked me up
Okay.
because Tenet was so good. Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
The cast is most of the other cast is kind of smaller. There are a few other big guys in it, but it's about obviously time because it's
Yes.
Christopher Nolan. But this guy invents this machine that reverses time.
Okay.
And if you go in that machine, you go in backwards.
Okay.
So life, moves forward. But then if you go in this device, then you start moving backwards through life. And it initially starts with bullets. So like, dude, this movie's so fucking weird.
Do you have to put the bullets in the machine too?
No, so like there's one scene in the movie where they walk into a room because they're about to go into the machine and they see bullet holes in the window and they go, oh no. They know it hasn't happened yet, but they're about to get in a fight.
Couldn't they just leave?
No, because they're trying to get in the machine, but then
Couldn't
people
they give it an hour?
But then people jump out of the machine and fight him, and then you see like because they got shot, the bullet reverse out of the window, go back in the gun. Dude, this movie. I was really high.
Yeah,
dude, it was so good, but also it was like this is a lot.
So
and everything like it's like a full circle where you're just like, how is this a full circle?
Huh?
It's fucking and like the lead guy, I don't remember what his name is. I don't think he's very famous, but he was incredible.
Okay,
Tenet was fucking great.
Speaking of Robert Pattinson, we've recently started the Twilight films. We're falling asleep to them.
Yeah.
They are oddly horrible.
Yeah, that's what you've been telling me. They've been bad.
Like, I knew they weren't, like, that everyone hated them or whatever. I didn't know that they were, like, legitimately just horrible movies.
But what's wild is, like...
They're so popular.
But they did so well.
Yes. I mean, yeah, because it's young adult fiction. But, like...
I guess people that were watching it, my sisters loved it. So, but they probably watched it when they were 11.
The dialogue is, like, strangely horrible. It's fucking rough.
There's not even... Is there anything good about him? Is there any like be like, oh, okay, that was a cool...
No, because like the acting is bad too, but the actors are great. Everything has this horrible just blue tone over it.
It's of that everyone looks sick.
But also like the vampires are too cool.
I remember I was doing Framed a few months ago, and I knew it was Twilight just from the color.
Tone,
just from the color.
The soundtrack's great.
Really?
Yeah, soundtrack's incredible.
Yep,
or songs made for
the movie by big bands.
I know at least later on there's that. I don't know about the first movie, but the first movie has a great soundtrack.
Okay, hell yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than an original score.
That's very true. Yes. There is some original score, though, because Robert Pattinson sings a song in it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't think it was very good. Izzy loves it, though.
Well, I mean, it is wild what Robert Pattinson has done.
Yeah, because also, like...
he kind of done this similar to what Daniel Radcliffe did.
Except for, like, at least Daniel Radcliffe started really good, and as a baby.
Well, yeah, Harry Potter is good,
but it's like, it's like child.
But they were both typecasted. Like, they did these movies, they blew up from these movies, and then how do you break out of that shell? Because everyone goes, "That's Harry Potter," or "That's Edward."
I mean, Edward was a lot easier because everyone knew they were bad.
Yeah, but then Robert Pattinson became a great actor,
like incredible.
That's why I want to see Lighthouse.
Yeah, that's why I want to see Batman.
Then I love Batman.
Yeah,
Batman was fucking great, dude.
But then Daniel Radcliffe, I love what he's done.
He's got weird, dude. Yeah. Literally.
Dude, Swiss Army Man, horns. Weird. Yeah,
that
true.
Movie, when I saw that movie, I literally went, this is my favorite movie of all time.
You need to see UHF.
I want to.
I need to see Weird.
You need to see Weird.
I know.
Weird is so good. Next up, Terminator Genesis.
Is that the one that I say is the best trilogy, or is that...
Terminator Genesis was better than the past couple because Arnold was back.
Is it the one where it starts with him just murking the Terminator 2 kid?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that movie yet, but I've seen that scene because you showed it to me.
Because that's the best.
That's an insane scene.
So that, I believe, is the best. I'll find the name. But it might be Dark Fate.
Or Salvation or something.
It's not Salvation. Salvation sucks.
Yeah. Terminator Genesis.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, and they spelled Genesis wrong, of course. But Terminator Genesis, it was all right. I've been watching the Terminator movies, and like some of these, like I watched so long ago that I don't even remember. Like Terminator Genesis, I don't quite remember the plot. I remember like enjoying it, but I was like, this is kind of just whatever.
Yeah, I believe Terminator Dark Fate is the best third entry.
So it goes Terminator, Terminator 2, and then Terminator Dark Fate.
Is the best trilogy you can get out of that franchise.
Yes.
Because Terminator 3 is not good.
No.
Dark Fate, or Salvation sucked.
Yeah.
And I have not seen Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis was better than 3 and Salvation.
Yes, and I would say Dark Fate is better than all of those.
I want to see Dark Fate. And
it's not great.
Dark Fate's the latest. Or is there another one?
I don't know. They do so much. They've done like 2 TV shows.
This one
they did an anime recently.
Oh shit!
Didn't see that either. Yeah,
Terminator anime.
Yeah,
that could be good.
Could be. Who fucking knows?
But also, like when it's Terminator, it's got to be Arnold.
And it's got to be slow.
Yeah.
Like
because that's the whole point. Is it's this guy that you can't
unstoppable
kill.
Machine.
He just keeps fucking just walking.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Jason. Like he'll just keep walking.
Yeah, the first one he's very much just kind of a slasher villain.
Yeah. This is a movie that I watched when I was a kid, but I didn't quite remember all the bits of it.
Okay.
So I did count it as a new movie, and that's A Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale's great.
Dude, This movie, fucking incredible.
Alan Tudyk and what's his main guy's name? Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Incredible, all of them.
Dude, Medieval Knights.
Weird soundtrack on that one, too.
But to a rock soundtrack.
Yeah, to Queen.
Queen, I think there was maybe AC/DC.
There might be.
Like, dude, it is, and it's fun.
Yeah.
This is it's just a fun movie.
Good enough love story. The girl is gorgeous in it.
But also, you love Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
He's just so suave.
Charismatic. Yeah.
Dude. It was like, because I love 10 Things I Hate About You.
I don't, but I love this movie.
Okay, but it's like he kind of plays a similar character of like this guy that's just like cocky motherfucker. But it's Heath Ledger, dude.
Yeah.
And then he lost his mind.
Yep.
Next up, I watched Old Dads.
Oh, the Bill Burr one.
Bill Burr Netflix movie. It was poor.
Why have you been describing movies like that lately?
What do you mean?
Poor. Instead of bad or like...
Poor. It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Wes and I say it a lot because our buddy Megadan, every time something's bad, he goes, "Man, it was poor."
Okay. Yeah, I've just been picking up on it a lot lately.
It's fun to say. It's fun to call things poor.
Sure.
Like
you're poor.
Yeah, but I'm not talking money wise.
Okay.
I'm saying like that was bad. It's poor
quality. Yeah,
poor quality. It's just funny, dude.
Okay.
You're gonna start saying it.
I'm not.
I like saying it. Then I watched The Thing.
Ooh,
but it's not the original.
No, it's the good one. Though.
Well,
no, it wasn't a good one. You watched the 2011 one.
So this is the remake of The Thing, which I thought it was a sequel. Or
it kind of is.
It kind of is a sequel, but it's still called The Thing, which is very confusing. It stars the main chick is fucking great.
Mary Winstead.
Yeah, she's incredible. I will say I did like it.
Sure. I've heard decent things.
It was pretty good. Obviously, the original John Carpenter. Well, not even the original.
I don't even think that's the original.
No, John Carpenter's The Thing is fucking great.
Yeah, that's
this
the
movie
best one.
They did a pretty good job of doing their own thing, but it's so weird that it's called The Thing.
Sure.
Like that threw
Muddies
me
the
off.
water.
Yeah. Alien Romulus, movie of the year. That
not mine.
Movie fucking great.
It's a good one though.
Then I watched First Night. I have a double pack, so it was A Knight's Tale and then First Night.
Okay.
First Night is Sean Connery.
Okay.
And he's playing
old Sean Connery or young Sean Connery?
Old.
Okay.
And he's playing not the Round Table. Who was that guy?
King Arthur.
King Arthur.
Yeah.
He's playing King Arthur at the Round Table, and it follows this other knight that I don't know. It was very slow and very long, and just like a drama about King Arthur.
Sure. Not what I'm looking for.
But I was like, Sean Connery.
Good sword fights?
Kind of.
No. Okay.
It was just about an evil guy, and Sean Connery just kept being like, I'm Sean Connery.
Okay.
And then the last movie I watched for 7 movies, so I already surpassed it, was My Old Ass.
No idea.
This is a time travel-esque movie starring Aubrey Plaza.
Okay.
And it's about this. It's weird because she's not the main character. It's about like this 18-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And like some of her friends, she takes mushrooms, and then her future self appears, and then she talks to her future self throughout the movie. I clicked on it because I like Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It was just on. I was watching at my parents' house because they have Netflix. I think it was how I watched it. I was doing laundry, so I didn't really care. And then like the last 30 minutes, I was just sitting there playing on my phone, and then I was crying.
Oh, okay.
Like I was just like, what the fuck?
So it hit you at the end. Okay.
I was like, I didn't care about any of this.
And then all of
it
a sudden,
got me.
Okay, interesting.
But,
Would you recommend it? No.
Because you're not going to like, if I said I would recommend it, people are going to turn it on, and like even like the first hour and a half, you're going to go, "Why do you recommend this?"
God.
The only thing it got me though, like it got me.
So there's Robert's end of the year in review. Or is there more?
There's more.
Okay, Jesus.
Yeah. So meal prep / cook once a week minimum.
Nope.
I started off good on this.
Okay.
And then failed in December. So I made spaghetti, made chili. I helped with Thanksgiving, green bean casserole.
There you go.
But then I didn't cook at all for the rest of December. That sucks.
Yeah, because that means you bought food every time you had to eat.
Well, it's like mostly frozen pizza.
Oh, okay.
It's like mostly like if I work it up down, that's my
Steal
dinner.
pizza,
That's
yeah.
my dinner. Yeah. I need to get back. I need to get back into cooking because I do like it, and it's cheaper. You feel better. And then the last thing on my 2024 year in a row is physical activity / workout once a week. I was on a great kick of walking.
Sure. I mean, with the push-ups.
Well, yeah, push-ups do count, but like this was like going to be different. So like I walked a ton. I went rock climbing over Thanksgiving break, but then it could be because the weather. Like I need to get back on walking.
Sure.
So I kind of failed on that one.
What I would recommend is get yourself like 2 different weight sets.
Yeah.
I've recently been working out. I have a 2 like I think 12s and then 2 I think they're like 28s.
Ooh.
And I've been just doing different workouts with those, and it's been really nice lately.
What I've noticed is I seem to be sticking to things that I'm building from small.
Sure.
So like my push-ups, I've been doing it. I mean, not over fucking break, but I was doing them pretty consistently, and like those are easy enough, and I can start stacking them. So like if I just add a small thing, so like for next year I'll talk about it, or for the first semester I'll talk about it next week. But I have a push-up goal, and then I'm adding planks to it.
Yeah, I think adding.
So
on,
I'm just adding small things to it where it's just like I'm consistently doing it. So it's like then I can slowly build it, because every time I try jumping into being fit,
Sure.
I quit so fucking fast
because it doesn't work immediately.
It doesn't work immediately. So it's like these little things where I'm like, oh, wow, I only did 20 push-ups, 50 push-ups, 60 push-ups. And then at the end of the year, I'm fucking doing 750.
Yeah.
Like that's like, it's just little improvements that fucking chip away. It is wild looking back, because like I had 15 goals set. I got maybe some of them were close, so we can count them, I guess. But I got 10 out of 15 maybe.
Not bad.
Not bad.
In the last 50 days.
In the last 50 days. So it's like, it is nice that I set these goals, because and I like keeping track of them, because like, especially the push-ups, because I'm like, man, I feel like I've been being a piece of shit. But when I look at the number, I'm like 3,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah. So it's been my year-end goal recap.
Nice.
I think, yeah, I like doing this on the pod, so it keeps me accountable.
Sure. You can remember.
I need the accountability. But then my notebook, so this is like my first semester goals. We'll get into that next
I
week.
don't understand how this works.
It's called a notebook. It's
No, but that you
different
like
pages.
you put this here and then you keep going, so then you have to flip all the way back. Like,
well, yeah, but this notebook is just always sitting on my table, so it's always open, and like I always see it, so I always know and I even like for this next semester, I have like reminders set on my phone that go off, kind of like what you did with daily crossword or whatever.
and I have like 8 alarms that go off every day.
Oh, you have actual alarms? I just have reminders. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the difference, but I have an easy alarm that goes off like 8 different times a day to tell me what, or like suggest things to do.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, because you kind of build a loose schedule, which is nice. Yeah, mine's just like I haven't set for 9 p.m. that if I haven't done them, it'll go off, but I do check them off. And I have like 4 things every day that I want to do daily.
There you go.
Which is fun. Which we'll get into that next week for my first semester goals.
What's next?
But yeah, that's 2024 year-end goals, and feeling pretty good.
Good. 10 out of 15. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, it's like we got some stuff done.
Yeah, some. It's not everything.
But also, like, on top of that, I got a lot of other shit done.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
God, I've had so many fucking editing projects lately. Like, it's just like, Jesus Christ.
But also, it's what you want to do.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the thing is, like, I'm getting overwhelmed and stressed about it, but it's like, I'm doing
It's
what
a good problem to have.
I'm doing what I want to be doing for.
And what you're good at least.
I'm doing what I want to do for full time. Imagine if I was editing for a living, that'd be dope.
It'd be wild.
I mean, it sucks because it's like, you have to work.
Sure. But also, you should work.
Yeah. Then it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So are we doing next, what was it called?
Izzys Trends.
Yep, Izzys Trends.
Here we go.
Izzys Trends.
All right, welcome back to Izzys Trends, one of my favorite newer graphics I've ever made. So last week, if you guys have been listening to the podcast, Izzy came on and did 10 things only girls will know. We're doing 10 things only guys will know.
Well, the first thing is only guys will know. The second thing is Moist Monday fans.
Okay, yeah. So the first 5 are questions only guys will know, and these are from TikTok.
Yes. Okay.
And then the last 5 are questions only
like our fan base
moist
will know. Yeah.
people will know.
Yeah.
Did you know the answers to all the TikTok ones?
We'll get there.
I did.
Yeah.
Because these are easy as hell.
Okay.
So these are the first 5 are from TikTok.
Yes.
What does FPS stand for?
FPS.
FPS.
It's something per second.
Well, there's 2 actual meanings.
Yeah,
to it.
there is 2 meanings. We're not looking for that one.
What?
We're not looking for the per second one.
feet per second. Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Video games. Little big dick.
Something per stat.
No, wow. I'm shocked because I thought this was so easy.
Me too.
First person shooter.
Oh,
Like Call of
I
Duty's
guess
an
I
FPS.
knew that.
Yeah.
FPS. Number 2. If there is 5 urinals How many guys can pee at once?
3.
Yep.
Damn, she got that one quick.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, 'cause-
optimal.
yeah.
I will go between.
Yeah, people, but like
I don't prefer
That
it.
one I
yeah.
knew.
Yeah, 3. What does KDR stand for?
KDR.
KDR.
Also video games. So I did know this one.
Yeah. Some of these I'm like, damn, these are easy.
Kind of.
But also I didn't know LBD.
Your kill/death rate.
Yeah.
Oh
good
yeah,
job.
kill death ratio. Yep, another Call of Duty. Number 4, Jacob didn't know this one, but this is from TikTok. Who is the Heartbreak Kid?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's a wrestling thing.
It's
I don't
wrestling.
know.
Shawn Michaels, baby, the Heartbreak
I don't
Kid.
know who that is.
I knew
that.
Shawn Michaels
I've
was a
never heard that
wrestler.
name.
Yeah, it's Heartbreak Kid. And number 5 from TikTok. What is the best item you can get from a mystery box?
Again, Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's again. Most of these are called.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because when I was looking up questions,
It'd rather be Call
was-
of Duty or sports.
it was sports or cars, and I was
Yeah.
like, I
Because
don't
girls
know.
was like makeup and
Yeah.
like
Yeah, so but I had to
terminology.
pick ones
Yeah.
that we would know.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
You don't know what the best thing from a mystery box would be? A
ray
ray gun,
gun.
baby.
Okay.
For
Now I
zombies.
know.
Zombies, Call of Duty Zombies. All right, now we got 5 questions from the Moist Boys.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get sacrificed for this.
All right.
Number 1.
He has all of them. I don't know them.
What is the name of the fans of this show?
Moist Boys.
Nope.
That's
no,
us.
you guys are the Moist Boys.
Yeah.
What are the fans called? Wow. She's on the podcast a lot, doesn't even know who you guys are.
I
She
did
hates the
know.
listeners.
I did know for a while.
It's an alliteration.
I don't know.
Moist Mutuals.
Moist Mutuals, baby.
I did know that actually.
All right, number 2. Questions only the Moist Monday podcast mutuals will know. When and where was D-Day?
D-Day?
D-Day.
Like the D-Day?
Yeah.
Do you know another one?
The D-Day.
It was Normandy Beach, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when?
When and where? You got the where.
When? I don't know.
Yeah,
it
you
was
got-
World War II, right?
June 6th.
You got
44.
You got Normandy,
Why would
right?
I know that?
You got Normandy.
Yeah, it's
But it's also
D-Day.
we talk about it a ton on the
Yeah,
podcast.
all the time.
Yeah. These are all people
Yeah.
that listen to podcasts know these answers. Yeah. Same with number 3. Everybody that listens 100% knows this. What is the tip of the pyramid for Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Yeah, I talk about this all the
Yeah,
time.
our listeners know this for sure.
Because it's like,
You actually know it. Wow.
well, I took psychology.
Oh, I've never taken
Isn't it like you need your basic, like your housing and your clothing and everything met on the bottom level? Like you have to have that met to like
What's the tip, though?
get to the next one.
See,
Is
you
it
know more-
self-fulfillment?
Holy shit.
Is it really?
It's self-actualization.
Yeah, okay. I
didn't
thought
even
so.
Jacob came up with this today and I was like, I've never even heard of Maslow's. All right. Well, number 4. This is another one that
Yeah,
everyone
classic Moist fact.
Classic Moist fact. What did Herman Minkowski discover in 1907? This is easy.
Mondays.
No, it's... Are you serious? You don't know?
Come on.
No, it's that space and time aren't separate, that they're actually like together in a fourth dimensional
Yeah.
continuum.
I do
yeah,
not
because
know that.
Yeah.
everyone separates space and
Yeah,
time.
everyone's like, well, you can measure one with a ruler, the other with a clock. Like, no, they go together.
Yeah, space and
you
time
know
are
that.
together.
1907.
Yeah, Herman Minkowski.
I think they're bullshitting me.
And number 5, things all Moist Mutuals will know, and all of our fans will know this.
Yeah. As well as everything else.
Yes. What is the dream/ideal color for jizz? Come.
Like a milky white.
Not like best case scenario what I'm working with.
Like, if you could pick your color, what is the dream/ideal
yeah.
color you would pick?
What is the correct
There is
color?
an answer. We did the whole. We had a whole episode named about this, and it was recent. You gotta pick what color is the ideal color for jizz.
Clear.
That's not bad.
Color.
So it doesn't you can't see it on
No,
anything.
the correct answer is Nickelodeon Slime Green.
Yeah, because you want to you want to ooze.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I would never let anybody come inside of me ever. And
That's what you're
Do
worried
you
about.
want to see it?
no.
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't
imagine-
want it
You
in my
fuck
body.
monsters.
Yeah, but imagine
No,
that,
I don't.
You would.
But imagine,
I don't
but,
fuck monsters.
But imagine that sprayed all over
I
you.
would.
Nickelodeon Slime Green.
Yeah.
No,
it's like
that's
Katy Perry in
so
that one video.
gross.
Yeah, she gets slimed all the time, dude.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
nasty.
the dream
Dude,
ideal
that-
color.
That's so
It's
gross.
better than white.
It's better than
No, it's not.
I
better
like
than
clear,
clear.
where it just looks like there's jellyfish all over the
no,
floor.
but then also it's like the texture. I wanted to have some mass to it.
Some mass.
Yeah, you did terrible.
She did a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, you got. I'm shocked you got that self-actualization one.
I know that pyramid.
Yeah, that's wild because most of our fans didn't.
What?
These are all questions we made up. Our fans don't know these.
Oh.
They know
I
1 and
figured.
5.
I thought it'd be funny to do 3 really like smart questions in the
Yeah, I
middle.
figured.
I didn't realize you knew Maslow.
Oh,
Dang, you did.
Yeah, you did very
you did
good.
pretty good.
Thanks.
I do have I don't have anything prepped for this episode, but in the future, I think it'd be fun if all 3 of us came on with 10 things only X will know. Like 10 things only Robert will know. 10 things
so
only.
like keep it going.
10 things only Izzy will know. Yeah, just so I can keep playing the graphic for Izzy's Trends.
It is
Yeah,
really
Izzys
funny.
Trends.
Because I've already started coming up with 10 things that
My
only
digital
I'll
footprint
know.
is wild at best.
I got so
She
many.
has all of it.
I got so many photos, and they were. I was like, man, what do I use?
She's a real kid in the candy shop.
I was like, these are
Holy shit, she's ugly as
these are
fuck.
bad. When I
I was a very outgoing child.
when I asked Beth, she goes,
Extroverted.
when I asked Beth, she goes, I already love it. And she goes, give me a sec. And then she sent me like 25.
Did you send her the segment?
No,
You
she didn't
should.
even ask.
You should.
She didn't even ask.
She has so many bad pictures of me.
I wasn't sure if she was aware of the podcast, so I didn't want to bring it up. I just said I was working on a project.
She knows about it.
She does.
Okay. Because I don't want to ever be like, hey, it's for the podcast.
Yeah, you should listen.
Listen to my podcast.
Wait for fucking 45 minutes to get to this segment.
I killed it. I'm better than both of you.
I don't know.
I don't remember what we got out of 10 last time.
I don't either.
I
I was
think
cooked.
we got one.
I got Little Black Dress.
Yeah,
It was
we got
It took a
little,
while to get there. We're both stuck on Little Big Dick
which is I still can't.
immediately.
Yeah, I don't think we got anything else.
No, that's it. So thank you for participating in Izzys Trends.
Yes, we did it. Now it's time for Mentionable, Moist, Manuscripts.
Okay.
Book club, baby.
Have fun.
All right, welcome back to Mentionable, Moist, Manuscripts. So the book I'm going to talk about today is my 4th book that I completed for my
Nice.
goals. I technically completed it a couple days ago, so it was a little bit past, but I completed it before we talked about it. So
It counts.
It counts. So I finished the book, So You Want to Be a Rock Star by Jacob Slichter.
Yep.
And so this book is about, it's the author, it's an autobiography, kind of.
Yeah, because I kept seeing you reading the book and I kept asking questions about it because I was confused when you told me who it was about.
Yes. So the drummer, it's about a drummer, and he's the drummer for Semisonic. And everyone's like, who is that? They're kind of a one-hit wonder.
Yep.
Their big hit was Closing Time. Everybody knows Closing Time, but they have like 3 to 5 albums. I know
Okay.
about the book was written, I think, in early 2000s. So at that point, they only had 3 albums. But I think
Okay.
they have more now.
Is he still the drummer?
Yeah, I don't know. They were only a 3-piece. So
Okay.
so this book was really fascinating. It was very interesting. It was a very easy read. The font was big. The chapters were short. And I love reading about music because I like playing music, you know?
But like, have you listened to all of Semisonic now?
So I dove into Semisonic. So their first album was Great Divide.
Okay.
And that's the album they got signed for. They were out on a record deal. They
Is that
put
a
it out.
Closing Time?
No, Closing Time was second album,
Wow.
which is wild. And then their third album. But what's wild is they're
Same drummer.
a weird band because they're kind of like soft pop.
Yeah, they're not rock stars.
No, yeah, they're like their music is kind of like easy listening. So like, I don't know. It was fascinating reading about it and learning about it, but I'm not a fan of their music.
Yeah.
Which made it kind of fun because I was separated, so I wasn't like fangirling. So he basically talks about what it's like getting a record deal, which is fucking hard as hell, and then what it's like to sign the papers, and then like you give away so much shit, and then like everything you do is they just bill you. Like
Oh.
everything you do is just put on your bill that you owe them.
Weird.
Yeah, so like they got signed and then they got asked to make an album. So they made Great Divide, but then they just kept getting all that money that they put into it. got added to their bill of what they owe the record company because the record company fronted it.
So then the album has to sell well, or else you owe them real money.
Yeah, that's why a lot of small bands get fucked because then you owe the record company money. And it's like, well, I can't afford that. And it's like, well, we paid for it.
It is weird. Like,
and then also they own your music.
Yeah, because an album is
the
a
record
gamble,
companies suck.
but also like
But you need it.
They are gambling on artists.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a gambling system.
I'm giving you the money and you tell me that you will make an album that will sell well. It fucking better. I'm not like entirely opposed to that idea though either.
It's just
the billing is weird.
It's just corrupt. So then they also talk about like once you have a record made, obviously, then you like the big thing is like getting on the radio.
Sure.
He talked about the process of like, what are the singles? Because this is like, this is like 90s, you know? So radio was huge. Like this was before like streaming and shit. So he talks about like, they're like trying to figure out what's the single off the album, what's like the song we should promote. And then you send it to record labels or radio stations. And so many radio stations, especially back then, they were such a weird band that they didn't fit any niche.
Sure.
So this is like
soft rock.
They're like this is like 96. So like
they're not grunge. They're not punk.
Yeah. So it's like fucking grunge is blowing up.
Yeah.
Nirvana's fucking huge. I mean, Kurt Cobain's already dead, but still Smashing Pumpkins. And then also around 96, you got Korn, you got Limp Bizkit, you got like,
new metal.
Yeah, you got new metal. So they were soft pop, trying to go. So like they'd send it to radio stations and they go, well, you're not alternative.
Yeah.
But you're not pop enough.
You're not easy listening.
You're not
necessarily.
pop enough for pop radio. So they couldn't quite get picked on a radio station. And it was really fascinating because
they've made not great music.
They're from Minneapolis though.
Oh, okay.
So like
that's fun.
We're from Iowa, so they're
fucking so is Prince. Like
yeah, but it was still fascinating to read this book from a guy that's not a rock star.
Sure.
Like from a guy that like kind of almost made it. Mm-hmm. And he did like, dude, some of the shit, like they were successful. So like their first album, you know, they went in the hole, didn't do well, they didn't get picked up on the radio, and then they were like, well, we got to record another album. You're still signed to the record label. So then they recorded a second album, and then that's when they did Closing Time.
Which like, if I wrote that song, I wouldn't be like, this is it.
No, when they wrote it, the directors or whatever were like, they picked another song off the album that was going to be the single.
Sure, yeah.
And that's the song they sent to radio stations.
Because Closing Time's fine.
No, but nobody liked it. And then somebody found the CD and started playing Closing Time, and then it like blew up like somewhere else.
Okay.
And then like started spreading like wildfire because that song was massive in like 2001.
It's fine.
I know it's fine. I mean, that's their band.
Yeah.
It's fine. But like they were pushing so hard, and then all of a sudden it fucking blew up, and then the album sold like crazy. Then they went on European tours. So like they got a taste of like, oh, we did it.
Yeah.
And then when they made their third album,
Back to nothing.
Like
Sure.
radios wouldn't take it. And then they got dropped from their record label.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, it's like
That's terrifying.
It's a good book, but it's just like, damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
Like,
It's also, I bet the book didn't sell well.
well, what's wild is so I got this book at a thrift store.
Okay.
So I probably went out. So I got
Because
this
you just bought it because of the title, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I bought this book before I played music.
Interesting. Okay.
So because I was like, I've always wanted to play music. I wanted to be a bass player, and I did do that.
That's what this was like. Probably like freshman year at Half Price Books.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So I bought it at a thrift store. And so, but I never read it. This is my first time reading
So
it.
somebody bought it and returned it.
But I will say, I'm not a big Semisonic fan, but it was really fascinating, you know? And I think if you're interested in hearing like behind the scenes shit.
Sure.
And
Or if you're a Semisonics fan.
yeah, Semisonic fan for sure. But it was great because he's not a rock star, and you could tell he was like humble. And like, dude, I like his writing style too, because he'd be writing stuff and like he'd have like some dialogue, be like, this is what happened between this person. And then he'd have inner dialogue of
sure.
oh shit. And he kept saying like every time he performed, he was so nervous. And like he was like, I'm hit the cymbal, and he's like, make sure you're not doing anything stupid with your face. And like,
Sure.
like especially during photo shoots. And he's like, man, I don't know how to dress. So we had like a designer, and
Like, it was owed all the money.
It was very fascinating.
I mean, also your finale being Closing Time, that's got to be great.
Yeah, because that's what they started doing. Yeah. And then he goes like literally that we were playing clubs of nobody, and then all of a sudden Closing Time blew up, and then we started opening up for festivals. So it was still daylight, but there were thousands of people.
Sure.
And then thousands of people started singing all the songs, and they knew not just Closing Time. Like because they bought the album.
Sure.
Because back then you bought albums.
Yeah.
You know, that I feel like the industry back then would have been a lot easier than now.
But now you can actually get your music listened to so much easier.
That's the tough part is like it's all TikTok and Instagram.
But also it's easy to get at least 100 something people to listen to it, where that was impossible back in the day.
But then
you literally like get
it's
it
so
in
much
100
it's
hands.
so much nicher or whatever.
Well, I mean, now it's just so much
It's
of it.
it's overpopulated. My rating for this is I give it a 4.5 out of 6 beers
Jesus.
in a 6-pack. It was really good.
Okay.
I
feel like you're gonna like all the books you read, because for you to give something that amount of time, you're gonna be like, well, it was good.
No, but like this one was really good.
Okay.
Like this one was really fascinating because I like hearing about the music business, like because they traveled around Europe and just like how fucked up record labels are, and how like they literally were like people. They go to town and there'd be like a representative in that town. They would take them out and show them the town, but that would all be on their bill.
That does
So
suck.
they go out to lunch, and the guy would be like, "Go whatever you want,"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, cool, hell yeah!"
But
and then
they
they
pay
find
for it
out
later.
that like, oh, that's being put to money that we owe,
That is wild. That
and
does
but they
suck.
don't tell you that.
Yeah.
Like that's fucked up. So then it's like, luckily they had closing time that blew up, so they told like they got like a gold record, and
Sure.
they so, but like, damn, that money stacks. Dude,
Oh, that adds up quick.
when they went to like
traveling,
the studio and shit, they're like, man, it costs like $500,000, and it's just like, how?
all for closing time.
Yeah, pretty good. But on top of that, I found something in this book.
Oh right, yeah.
Yes, so I got this book at the thrift store, and I just now read it, and this book must have came out in fucking, I don't know, 2001, 2000. I didn't look at the exact year. And so this has been in this book for fucking a long time. So somebody was using this as a bookmark. I bought this book and didn't know it was in my book for a long time.
It's not small.
This is a brochure, because the book's bigger than this. This is a brochure from March 8th, 2005.
Okay.
The Women's Center proudly presents Eva Ensler's The Vagina Monologues.
Interesting.
So it's a Associated Studio, San Francisco State University, 2005.
This book has
Yeah, this
traveled.
book has traveled. 2005. It's a brochure from someone putting on the Vagina Monologues.
Which I'm sure is good.
But then inside,
Yeah, so there's something.
there's a photograph.
Yep.
It's a vagina. No, I'm just kidding.
This is why I've not needed porn.
No.
It's one vagina.
Inside is a photograph, and I don't know. This was inside of this when I
Yeah,
found
I'm so
this.
excited.
And I don't know what the fuck this is or who did this, but this is somebody out there. Can you explain to listeners what you're looking at?
It is a man with very curly hair. I'm trying to see what's behind him or anything. Shotgunning an old English.
Yeah, beer.
Yeah.
Like standing in a kitchen, and it's a photograph. And this was tucked inside the Vagina Monologues brochure for 2005.
That's sick.
Dude, I'm gonna put that on my wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And also put this up here because there's no way this man can be identified.
Yeah, and like this is from 2004, 2005. It looks like a college student.
Walgreens. Yeah.
This guy probably has like 4 kids now.
Yeah.
Probably shaved his head or is bald. And here's just a photo of him shotgunning a beer. Dude, I was reading this at work and this fell out, and I was like at first, because it fell out together, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And then something fell out of the brochure.
for the Vagina Monologues. But like, dude, it's wild because like people are like literally like monologue order, like introduction, hair, pajama party.
I think it's a heavy play.
Yeah, the Vagina Workshop, Vagina Happy Fact. Because he liked to look at it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know
That's
it's,
fair.
but like this is like a long fucking thing. And then
The
there's just,
monologue, yeah.
but 2005, dude. And then there's a bunch of stats about violence against women, which
Oh, okay.
kind of sad. But yeah, that's. I talked about hidden treasures in books.
Yeah.
I did. So this one
The
is a hidden
physical one.
treasure in a book, and then someone donated the book
And left that in there.
and left it in there. Dude, I feel like the photograph is what gets me.
Yeah, the photo's wild.
Because like is that someone's bookmark, or did someone think that's funny,
I-
or did it get donated on accident?
Or did somebody just put that in there?
Oh, that could have been just added too.
A random fucking thing.
That's a funny bit too. Go to the thrift store and put photos in books.
Yeah, we should put our photos in random books.
Put the pants photo, the crotch photo.
No, because that is way too identifiable.
It's not. Your head's not in it.
All my tattoos are. I think duck photo.
Duck photo.
Duck with the pointing.
What?
That's a good photo.
Duck with the pointing.
You can put it up right here.
What's that? What?
You'll see. You'll know.
No, I don't.
You will.
I don't know what you're talking.
It's up right now.
What are you talking
I'll
about?
show you in a second.
Yeah, that's my moist mentionable moist manuscript
There we go.
for this week. That the book's really good, but the goodies were fascinating.
Way better than the book.
I don't know that the book was, dude. The book was
You didn't sell me on it.
really good.
Sure.
I love reading about, like, I really want to read Dave Grohl's book
That I would
the
understand.
storyteller.
Except for turns out there was plenty of stories he did not tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Banging. Not his wife.
But it was just fun to read or hear about the industry from not just like famous people.
Yeah, from a guy who wrote or drummed on Closing Time.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
And he's from the Midwest. So it was like, so when he was like, when we started, we were going to like, he brought up Davenport and he brought up fucking Atumwa and he brought up fucking playing in Chicago and playing in Kansas City. And it's just, and he even mentions Iowa once.
Oh, nice.
But it's just like,
Man,
yeah, so he
Davenport.
was doing he was driving through here 25 years ago, trying to play shows, trying to get fucking seen. And it was really relatable because I was in a band.
Sure.
And so when
Toured
he was
the
talking,
Midwest,
when he was talking about recording an album, I could picture like the studio and I could picture what it was like, even though it was a way different studio. But I just pictured what my experience was. So it was just fascinating. You know?
I get that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay.
But this has been the Moist Monday podcast. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic January. It's 2025.
Insane.
Holy shit.
Terrifying.
But we're getting through. We're chipping through.
Slowly but surely, it will happen because, as you know, space and time are not separate.
Yeah, and that just got discovered in 1907.
Yeah,
guys.
obviously.
By Herman
Mikowski.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh.
But
everybody
you all know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys already knew it.
But why don't you email us something you don't know at moistmondaypodcast@gmail.com.
They have to email us something they don't know?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Figure it out.
Tell us something we don't know.
That you don't know.
That's a segment from a radio station that I stole.
Okay.
Laser 103.3. No, but email us, moistmoneypodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and also Parler and Blue Sky.
Sure.
We got him. We
Why
got
not?
one follower on Blue Sky, 0 on Parler
Let's
so
go.
far. But we don't have many on others.
You got to start from nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Drake said it right. You got to start from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah.
Make sure you rate us 5 stars on all the podcast apps. Subscribe us on YouTube. Share the podcast. Share everything with your
Anything.
friends, enemies, whatever, dude.
Leave a picture in a book. See what happens.
We're just getting moist out here talking about our lives.
Somebody 20 years later with a podcast will find it and talk about it.
It won't be a pod. 20 years, dude. It's gonna be fucking
Back to
aliens.
gramophobes.
Aliens doing fucking podcasts.
They already did. They did thousands of years ago. They're way past podcasts.
Yeah.
You think they'll get here and be like, oh, this is the one thing you guys actually did right is podcasts. It's what everyone should do.
No, they hate it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they actually hear it. Just bouncing around out there. Yeah.
And they just keep hearing the word.
9/11.
They just keep hearing the word moist.
Yeah.
And they go, this is a wet 9/11. All right, we'll leave you on that. Bye, everybody.
Dry bones, lazy bones, big bones, dance around in your bones.
Because I don't like sharing my dreams often just because they're so...
Well, and I don't have them that
Yeah.
often. And sometimes I'm like, well, that one's sad.
Sometimes I was just eating puss.
In a dream?
I've eaten puss in a dream.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I've never made it past second base.
I'm married.
You're eating that puss in your dreams?
I think so.
But you don't know.
Just wake up. Nom, nom, nom.
You're just in the cat's water bowl.
Just licking the couch. It's right in the cushion.
Started to start a fire, ladies and gentlemen.